Let's think about your morning today for a second. Did you wake up at the exact same time you always do? Did you take the exact same route to work? Deal with the exact same types of problems? And sort of look forward to the exact same weekend routine? Look, on the surface, there is absolutely nothing wrong with this. It's safe, it's predictable. But I want you to be totally honest with yourself here. Do you ever get that sinking feeling that deep down inside this repetitive loop, your true potential, your wildest dreams, and just your natural enthusiasm for life are slowly, quietly dying? So we have to ask ourselves, is your comfort zone actually a prison? I mean, that feeling of safety we all crave is incredibly comfortable. We literally build these daily routines to protect ourselves. But over time, that protective bubble kind of hardens into a steel cage. We constantly hesitate to take on new challenges, right? We put off starting that new business, or we never truly stretch our own boundaries. And why? Because we are absolutely terrified of failing. We're so afraid of what happens if we step outside the lines that we just end up staying locked in a cell of our own making. But what if I told you there's a way out, a secret solution to literally break the bars of this comfortable prison? It comes to us from Japan, and it's a method specifically designed to shatter your self-imposed limits and launch you into a completely new dimension of mental capacity. It's called MISOGI, and it is, without a doubt, arguably, the ultimate tool for redefining what you believe you are actually capable of achieving. Now, traditionally, MISOGI is an ancient Shinto practice where followers would literally stand under freezing waterfalls to purify their bodies and minds. Talk about an extreme physical shock to cleanse the spirit, right? But today, top-tier psychologists and highly successful people have actually adapted this ancient concept. They've totally transformed it from a literal freezing waterfall into this profound modern psychological limit-testing challenge. So what does a modern MISOGI actually look like? Well, it's elegantly simple, but brutally difficult. A modern MISOGI is basically one monumental task that you take on just once a year or within a set time frame. And it must be something so massive, so completely outside your normal comfort zone that you previously thought you could never, ever actually pull it off. We aren't talking about taking up a fun new hobby here. We are talking about a challenge that genuinely intimidates you. Okay, but you can't just pick any random challenge. There are rules to this. The first, absolutely non-negotiable rule of a MISOGI is that your challenge must be so terrifyingly difficult that you only have a 50% chance of success. It has to be a literal coin toss. If you know you can accomplish it with just a bit of hard work, it is not a MISOGI. The possibility of total, complete failure absolutely must be staring you right in the face. Now, the crucial point here is balancing that extreme difficulty with our second rule: keep it completely safe. A MISOGI is a mechanism for psychological growth, not physical recklessness. It has to be an activity that poses no actual harm or mortal danger to yourself or to anyone else. We're pushing the mind to its absolute outer limits. We are not acting recklessly with our lives. And this brings us to a massive paradigm shift. In a MISOGI, the goal actually isn't winning. I know, it sounds crazy. It's not about the gold medal or the bragging rights. The true objective is to walk that razor-thin line between success and failure, to completely eliminate your fear. Psychologists refer to this as post-traumatic growth, or PTG. By surviving the intense psychological stress of near failure, you expand your mental capacity not just a little bit, but 1,000-fold. Section 1. Real-life MISOGI, the story of Bethany Hamilton. Consider the truly incredible story of surfer Bethany Hamilton. At just 13 years old, she suffered a horrific shark attack and lost her arm completely. Her comfort zone at that point, and frankly, what literally any normal person would expect her to do, would be to accept that pain, embrace the mortal fear of the ocean, give up surfing forever, and live a very safe, protected life on land. But she didn't. Instead, she took on the ultimate MISOGI. She chose to conquer her absolute mortal fear, getting right back into the ocean on a surfboard within just 1 month of the attack. She completely shattered her limits. And today, she is a celebrated international world champion. Now, I know exactly what you're thinking. You're saying, look, I'm not a world-class athlete fighting off sharks. And the good news is, you don't have to be. A MISOGI can be whatever you naturally run away from in your everyday life. Do you suffer from glossophobia? The sheer terror of public speaking? Well, your MISOGI could be volunteering to give a 10-minute speech in front of 100 people at your next big conference. Have you never run a mile in your life? Sign up to finish a half marathon in 3 months. Or maybe you're totally addicted to your screens. Do a massive digital MISOGI. Spend 2 full days completely offline, completely alone in nature. And let me be clear, when you actually commit to one of these, I guarantee you this is exactly what's going to happen.
As the challenge approaches, your heart will start racing. You'll start sweating. Your subconscious is going to literally scream at you, I can't do this. But listen to me carefully. You must not retreat. That exact moment of intense physical and mental panic, that is ground zero. That is exactly where your true transformation begins.
So how do we put this into an actionable plan? Here are your 4 steps to start your own MISOGI today. Step 1. Choose your 50% challenge. Pick that one specific thing you secretly fear but know would totally change your life. Step 2. Ignore social approval. Seriously, this is a private battle between you and your mind. Do not post this on social media. Start the work silently before anyone can tell you you can't do that. Step 3. Embrace failure like it's medicine. Even if you fail the task, you've already won because you left the comfort zone where 99% of people are totally stuck. And finally, step 4. Apply this new resilience to your daily life.
Because once you complete a MISOGI, whether you technically pass or fail, your mind expands forever. Suddenly, that everyday stress at the office, or a client rejecting you, or someone criticizing your work, it won't even faze you anymore because you have already faced down a massive mental giant. So you have to ask yourself, are you going to spend another 365 days in your comfortable, predictable prison, or are you ready to find your 50%? Stop running from fear, walk right through it, and your inner giant will awaken. If this explainer sparks something inside you today, share it with someone else who really needs to shatter their limits.